Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm referred to as the Big Game Hunter because I coach people to play their professional and personal games big. I was doing a class last night and they posed a wonderful paradoxical question. Here we go. I'm just going to repeat it to you. First line. If you can't lose the game, the game is not worth playing. Interesting. Now, the metaphor that this version of coaching does is that most things can be enjoyed and be made more successful when instead of thinking of it as work or a task, you can construct a game around it. So again, just to repeat, if you can't lose, the game is not worth playing. In other words, if there's no challenge here, why bother? As a result, most people take the safe route in order to advance. And frankly, it leads to mechanistic behavior because, frankly, at the end of the day, where's the fun in all of this? Where's the challenge to all of this? So if you can't lose the game is not worth playing. And here's the second line. When you really play, you always win. Because if failure, which most people would associate not being successful, is a learning opportunity. You grow from it. You expand yourself. In the course of stretching to achieve, you're changing yourself. And this isn't about the outcome per se. It's about who you become in the course of doing this. Now, what got you here won't get you there. For job hunters is hugely important because at the end of the day, you're going to need to adapt to new roles unless you want to stay doing the same thing for the next 30 or 40 years of your life. I don't think you want to do that. I think you want to grow and stretch and learn from this experience and be in an environment that supports you. Well, that's true in your job search as well. You're going to need to learn new skills and start thinking of not just simply the immediate search, but the totality of your career development. You're going to need to build a brand for yourself. You're going to need to construct solutions that employers are going to want to reach out to you about. You're going to want to become known. In other words, you're going to want to build the brand of you. Now, there's never been a time in human history easier than now to build one. After all, you got YouTube here, you got video, you have live streaming, there's Twitter, there's Facebook, there's LinkedIn, there are all sorts of venues where you can do things. There's public speaking. There are all sorts of venues where you could practice doing things differently than you have to this point and create the brand of you. Now, I'm not expecting you to get onto YouTube and do 1,000 videos plus like I've done. And by the time you see this, I may be over 2,000 videos. But be that as it may, the important thing is you start thinking in terms of what do you want to be known for? What qualities and experiences and successes and knowledge that you have do you want to be known for so that people want to reach out to you and offer you opportunities, not you seeking them out all the time at a time where you hit crisis or desperation. You are far better being the go-to person in your field rather than being someone who's always like a supplicant, hat in hand, trying to find something. After all, the person who gets ahead isn't always the smartest. They don't always work the hardest, although those are great qualities to have. People get ahead by being alert to opportunity. Sometimes those are internal to your organization. More often than not, they're external. And since most jobs are filled as a result of networking connections, you want to make sure that people know about you. Practice and put yourself in situations where you can speak publicly. Be the expert at a conference or one of the experts at a conference where people bring you in to espouse on your knowledge and your successes. Never done it before? Great. There was a time where I never did a YouTube video. You learn. Get yourself into Toastmasters. Practice there. It's an easy, supportive environment where you can learn that skill. Write an article. Get it published. Never did it before? Most people never did the first time they write one. You may make a mistake and you'll learn from it. It's okay. Just start exposing yourself to new instead of getting into this rut where you're constantly doing the same repetitive thing over again. At the end of the day, each time you take a step toward evolving your career and making sure that people know about you, you are closer to never being out of work again. I'm Jeff Altman. I hope you find this helpful. My website is thebiggamehunter.us. There's a lot there that you can watch, listen to, or read to help you find work and be more successful professionally. And if you'd like me to coach you through your search, there's a tab on top that offers that as an option. Sign up for coaching. You don't have to do this by yourself. It's a lot easier with an ally who can translate the nonsense and support you in doing the tasks that you need to do. Hope you have a great day. Take care.